Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Where's the host?
Did you bring the goods?
I got the goods for you, man.
Oh, good.
It's a bag of One Piece.
Oh, my favorite. Here's the money. You can go now. I got it. Indulge.
FBI, put your hands up.
Whoa, what's this? You ratted me out, you bastard.
Joke's on you. I was always the rat.
Oh, I trusted you. You came to my cousin's bar mitzvah.
And do you remember the dish I brought?
I do. We used it for Sunday dinner.
It was tuna casserole.
You bastard. You absolute bastard. You know my cousin's allergic.
I can't. I don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I don't know. You started this. I'm just yes-anding.
I know, but I got lost in the sauce immediately, and I was like, fuck. It's just gravy. There's
Oh, well, we're back at it again. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
Two of us. We
can screw it if we try.
Just the two of us.
Set it on fire. Yeah. Justin's supposed to be here, but isn't. Most
we
likely.
ain't got no dad. Hashtag no parents.
Jesus Christ. Most likely passed out in a ditch somewhere. And by ditch, I mean his apartment, probably. Or do I?
Porque no los dos.
I
do apologize for the dogs in the background. I can't control them.
No, I'm sure people love it.
They might.
As another podcast that I listen to would refer to it as, they call it audio texture.
Oh.
Yeah, makes it more sophisticated sounding.
Okay. Adds the profession of, a quality background.
Yeah, just like the realism that we're not just sitting in a soundproof recording booth, that there's like, we're real
Reading
people in real situations.
We are indeed people.
Yeah, it really grounds us in reality when they hear the dogs in the background or Justin's phone go off.
Or a car, drive by really fast.
Yeah, or Truck Coon come and take me to another world.
Oh, mood.
Anyway, I'm going to get this show on the road and read this here summary. This week's episodes primarily center around 2 of our 86 plot lines happening simultaneously on Dressrosa. First, we'll catch up with the Caesar delivery service and their quest to get to Greenbit and complete their delivery in 30 minutes or less, or your money back guaranteed. They decide to brave the treacherous-looking bridge to get to the island, and it isn't long before they are assaulted by a school of fighting fish. With a little grit and some help from one gassy boy, they manage to make it to the other side and set their eyes on the overgrown island of Greenbit. They spot a large Navy ship beached on the shore, and decide to search the forest to make sure they are not being ambushed. And during this process, Robin and Usopp are ambushed anyway, just by tiny people, not the Marines. They're whisked away and also somehow become heroes. Elsewhere on Dressrosa, though, Sanji and Violet reach the destination of the man she wants him to kill, and wouldn't you know, it was a trap the whole time. Violet is actually an assassin from the Don Quixote family with a rather unique devil fruit to boot. Anyway, turns out love conquers all because she's being forced to do this against her will, and Sanji's ironclad chivalry pierces her cold assassin persona, and she offers up info on how Doflamingo has prepared for their arrival. Minor details of the episode include Zoro laying eyes on the sword thief and realizing that the aforementioned little people are the fairies the townspeople worship, Luffy getting ready for his Block C fight in the Colosseum, and a glimpse at Rebecca's relationship with the one-legged toy soldier. Are there any questions?
Why would they make the plan go like this is my question, because I'm actually going to feed right off of this. The plan was to, give them Caesar back, sort of, right? Correct. On Greenbit. Why would you do that in not a neutral territory? That just seems so like obvious this was a trap. Like, what were they thinking? Like, oh, he won't plan anything.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem
he's just gonna let us finger him. Like, no, like he's gonna do something. Of course this is a trap.
Yeah.
Why are they surprised?
It seems logical, but I guess maybe Law believed Doflamingo would have more integrity, or
really?
Well, okay, look, I'm just
look at the man. Look at the man.
Maybe that particular argument is a bit of a stretch. Maybe Law was more under the impression that because Greenbit is so awkward and weird to get to, Doflamingo wouldn't be able to set up a decent enough ambush plan.
We've seen the dude jump through the sky.
Right, but that's just Doflamingo. Who know? I mean, we don't know what vehicles he might have. Can he have his goons also ride the whatever?
I feel like the best comparison to this is like, hey, I stole your dog. I'm gonna put it in your front yard, but your front yard is also protected by angrier dogs.
It's
surprise. Oh no, you set up landmines.
Yeah, I stole one of your dogs, and in order to ransom for it back, I'm going to meet you on your front porch.
Exactly.
Where you can very easily set up landmines and also just shoot me from the window.
Like the strategy of this plan is falling apart in my head as we watch this. But I'm with it. Funny enough.
You're with it because it's going to turn out funny.
I mean, it's kind of funny, but like that scenario is kind of funny. But because of everything else that's going on in the show, and you just like push this thought into the back of your head, I'm still with it. If that makes sense,
right?
Like I'm still enjoying it now. This is going to be a secret between you and me, Crispy, right?
Oh, I love secrets.
Yeah, because the other goons, they would have heard this, and this is for the listeners. I'm actually starting to like One Piece.
Wow. Oh, that's crazy! I didn't think I'd ever hear those words.
I had to catch up on last week's episodes and this one, and I was enjoying it thoroughly.
What?
I know, this is fucking weird.
Well, to be fair, okay, so like last week, though, was a bunch of just fighting in the arena, so I can see kind of why you would enjoy that stuff.
It's the tournament arc, that's what it is. It's a tournament arc, what's the word I'm looking for? Formula.
It's tournament arc adjacent, more or less.
Yeah. And I'm enjoying it.
That's fair. That does check out.
But here's where things are. This is why I was concerned for a second, because I'm also liking the Sanji episodes.
Oh, Devin, no, you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, I thought we would be brothers in arms here.
So, I know, but here's the reason why. It like every single time I watch it or like see these moments come up with like him and Violet, everything keeps like processing in my brain like it's like a soap opera. Like those like really cheesy like Latin America like soap operas where like extreme things happen.
Yeah,
that is what I'm watching right now with Sanji and Violet.
All right,
Violetta,
you're not wrong.
Like it's and if you just process it like that in your brain, it becomes really good in your head where it's like everything makes sense. Because this is a soap opera, it's not an actual
all right show. Note to self, Devin likes midday soaps.
This one I do. I've never watched a soap opera. That's the funny thing. I've never watched a soap opera before in my life, but I know of them. And it's just like seeing this, I'm like, God damn, this hits. This slaps. I don't know why. I don't know why it's hitting me different. So either I'm having a stroke or I'm actually like starting to enjoy One Piece. I don't know which one's worse.
I'm gonna go with you enjoying One Piece.
Oh shit! I think that's the worst option.
You will have lived long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I think I have
the villain of your own story anyway.
Mm-hmm.
If you ask the rest of the goons, they'd think of this as an absolute win, because this is what Brendan has been endeavoring for.
This is since it's just the two of us, I could say it here and
no, this is a safe space.
Because they definitely don't listen to this.
Oh, surely not. Yeah, doubt. No way. Would you listen to this?
I have once in a while.
I mean, I have too, but surely Brendan isn't narcissistic enough to to listen to his own voice. Surely Justin doesn't want to hear himself spoil things on repeat.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Like again, maybe this is because I'm blinded by last Thursday's episodes, because I had to binge them all at once because I don't record on Thursdays anymore, and so like I think it was just because like the mixture of it all, it made it better. I don't know, because like for me, like in my brain, I got a lot of content just jam packed in my brain this week for me.
Yeah, I definitely, for sure. You had to watch the entire Block B fight and then roll right into this. You might have just been riding the high from watching all that.
I am, but like, God, I don't know if you saw my messages in the chat where I was like, I was hoping for King's punch to be like a bit and like not actually do anything. And then I was immediately proven wrong.
I mean,
and I was like,
did it really do anything at the end of the day?
It really did.
I guess it kind of knocked out a couple of people, but didn't.
It wasn't as cool as I was expecting it.
No,
like that animation where they showed him like punching in a wall. Like that shit looked like awesome, but then it just showed the ground shakes and everything explodes.
Yeah. Just a little groove in the ground. Doesn't even break the Coliseum in any way otherwise.
And what was that other guy's name that beat him in the end?
Bartolomeu.
I don't know what it is about him, but I like.
Yeah, no, that checks out. I think I can tell you exactly what it is.
It's the menace to society.
Yeah, he's just a piece of shit. Doesn't give a damn. Fuck
moment he started pissing in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just like, this is a mood. Like he is like exactly what I like to do whenever I'm forced to play a battle royale, which is hide like a bitch and then just wait it out.
He wasn't even like really trying to hide. He was just sitting there and waiting, because why do I need to exert myself? I have this broken ass devil fruit.
Oh, I thought I love it.
Yeah. But so shifting us back to this week's episodes, we've got further green bit adventure. So they cross the dumb bridge with all the dumb fighting fish that seem like these fighting fish way more aggressive than the ones in the arena, because they're just going after everything that moves, whereas the ones in the arena are patiently waiting for anything to fall into the water before making a move. I don't know if those ones are just...
But even then, like the ones in the water don't seem as aggressive in general, because like whenever we do see them like attacking something in the water, it's like a minute after they've been in the water, I feel like.
Yeah.
Now, I'm exaggerating, but like when I saw these fish originally, I was like, oh, they're going to be like piranhas and it's just going to like kill them. No, they just beat the fuck out of anything in the water.
Yeah, no,
like,
this is one
that scene where like there's a bunch of water or guys flying or floating in the water just limp, and the fish aren't doing shit. Like what?
Yeah.
I thought they were supposed to be like aggressive. I was expecting them to eat them.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
Didn't happen. None of that. They're fighting fish. They're not eating fish. They just want to fight things.
No, I meant the fish eating the people.
Yeah, I know. They're called little fighting fish. That is their name.
Oh, right.
That is the name of these fish. They're fighting fish, not eating fish. They just want to fight things. If the opponent is unconscious, it's not fun to fight anymore. So they just leave it. So dumb.
I was just expecting a lot more Black Air Force energy.
Yeah, you forgot you were watching One Piece, and there was no way you were going to get one of those piranha scenes like out of an Indiana Jones movie where they all swarm a thing, and 2 seconds later it's just bones. Like it was never going to happen. Unfortunately,
I could dream, and the only time that scenario will ever happen is when Brook falls in the water. Like, and even then, he's already bones.
Right. Right.
Like, it's not even the same. Like, it.
They're just gonna look at him and be like, "Well, that's no fun. You're already bones. What is this? What is this nonsense? I can't fight this.
All bones, no pizza."
Oh.
What, you don't like your pizza boneless?
No, it took me a second to realize what you were referencing. Yeah. So fighting fish, iron bridge, it works more or less. They get to the point where they have to use Caesar. Caesar's like, "Oh, I'm gonna be free," and Law's like, "No, I have your heart."
When did he take it? Is my question.
Who the fuck knows? Whenever.
But like at the same time, it's like, it makes sense. Like, sure, that like, why did they even put cuffs on him in the beginning? At that point,
the less it's insurance. The less opportunity you can give him to do something sneaky, the better.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it does kind of beg the question, like, why bother? But well, whatever. And because they put him back in the cuffs too, like right after
which
that.
Which is also weird.
After he flies him across, slap the cuffs back on.
At that point, I would have been, if I was Caesar, I would have been like, why?
Well, again, they are about to also meet Doflamingo. So again, the less things they can do, or the more things they can do to minimize how badly that could go, Law is gonna do it. Except he didn't apparently see an ambush coming. Maybe this is all according to Law's plan. Maybe Law anticipates this too.
This goes even more into my theory that the dum-dum fruit is real. Like, my dude, like, it's like radiation poisoning. Like, I swear, like. like seeing oh god, seeing Law's reaction to the phone call and everything. I know I'm jumping ahead, like, but it's, it's entwined. It's just like, what were you expecting? You're on my man's porch.
Yeah, they better go Gran Torino on your ass.
Get off my lawn. Porch. Oh, yeah, get off my lawn. I've stacked fairies higher.
Okay.
What do you think of the fairies?
So the fairies, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I enjoy the fairies for right now.
I love them.
They're pretty funny. This whole bit where they're just super easy to convince is pretty hilarious. And also it led to probably the funniest parts of the episode, with Robin just being shocked several times in a row about just how easily they are to convince she's a good person.
I mean, the best part is she even necessarily lying?
That she's a good person?
Like, to these fairies, yeah.
Well, no, she's not lying in the slightest. She didn't have a weapon. She's not a bad person. She's not there to destroy the kingdom.
Oh, man. And then just like the horror of her face where she's like, what did Usopp tell them?
My God, it was so good. The one fairy comes back and is like, stop, because they're trying to gang up on her because they think she has a weapon, even though they checked all of her belongings already. And she says,
they gave us some spicy fan service to also convince us that to search for the weapons.
Yeah, that one Leo searching point B. Yeah.
The fact that it was point B.
Fuck you, Oda. We know what you're doing.
We see between the lines. We're adults.
Point booba.
I wonder who had a checkpoint C or V.
I don't want to know. A and C both correspond to naughty words also, and I just don't want to go there. When they're jumping her again, thinking she has a weapon when they already checked her, I thought was nonsensical. But then again, they're very easy to convince one way or the other, so whatever. But then the one fairy comes in, is like, stop! That's the hero's companion, and they all just go, huh? And he's like, yeah, the other one's the legendary hero. And the look on Robin's face is priceless.
Pure horror.
It's just her eyes sink and her mouth twists, and she's like, oh no. It got her out of the situation, so maybe she should be a little more grateful. But then again, this is also
Usopp's lie.
So. But it's also Usopp's lie, so that means at some point it'll have to come true.
Oh, God.
Which means he just might be the legendary hero this kingdom has been waiting for. I can't wait to hear whatever fable we're going to get next time about the legendary hero, or what happened that the legendary hero has to return or went away for 1,000 years. It's going to be great.
There's a lot of weird shit happening in this arc.
There's just a lot of shit in general.
Right.
They're really punk hazarding us here again.
I don't know what you mean by that, but
well, how Punk Hazard was split into like 5 different plot lines also.
Oh, right. Yeah. But like these ones are like very intricate in comparison. Like this is like one-upping a Punk Hazard, if I would say. Because, like, Punk Hazard was kind of just like, these guys are over here existing, these people over here lost. Like, this is like, they're doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're actively doing stuff.
I mean, there's like 2 or 3 plot lines that are doing stuff, and then there's Zoro chasing a sword and Kinemon running around the town shouting his friend's name. You know, the interesting things are what Sanji was doing and what is happening now, what's happening on Greenbit. Luffy's just in the arena fighting. That's fun to watch. It's not interesting, but it's fun to watch.
I think it's interesting, funny enough.
Okay, well, maybe I'm misspeaking a little bit. The interesting part of the Coliseum is whatever is going to go down between, in my opinion, is what is going to go down between him and Don Chinzhao, the guy who has the grudge against
forehead
Monkey and Monkey D. Luffy and his entire monkey family. Yeah, he's got the Iron Giant bump in his head. That it looks like Garp like karate chopped him on the top of his head.
He left a dent in his head.
Yeah, he left the. Oh, Don Chinzhao has the gamer dent. Don Chinzhao's a gamer.
Oh no! And he fed too much in mid lane.
He's been
and Garp
playing.
in top lane came and bodied him.
Oh no! He was playing. He was playing League for fucking 5 days straight. Got the gamer dent. And just couldn't beat Garp at a 1v1 the entire time.
Oh. Jungle Diff, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's always Jungle Diff.
Jungle Diff.
But I don't even remember what I was saying anymore about Greenbit. Oh, the Navy's there. That was the next thing I was going to mention. So,
do you think it's Smoker?
It's probably Smoker.
I have a feeling it's Smoker, but part of me is like just holding back like hype because I have a feeling if Smoker was there, something would have happened. Or we would have seen like a snippet of like Smoker landing. I don't know.
Nah,
because they always tend to, like, whenever he's like relevant on an island or something like that, they kind of show him.
I guess that's kind of fair.
Because they did it on Punk Hazard. Because they did it on Punk Hazard. That's the reason why.
Well, yeah, we show him arriving there, but now we already know he's relevant to the plot again. Before it was like, oh, this is the first time we're seeing Smoker post time skip. Now it's all right. We already know. Law has told him about Greenbit. The real question is why are they beached? Why is the boat? They might have beached the my thinking here is they beached the boat on purpose so that it doesn't get torn to pieces by the fighting fish, I guess.
That's my assumption.
So that now we don't necessarily need that hype scene of Smoker arriving on the island because we already know he's probably relevant to what's happening here because and then they give us that, in case you forgot, flashback of him talking to Smoker at the end of Punk Hazard and being like, hey, my next destination's Greenbit, and I don't know if I'm going to handle these crazy kids. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come babysit, I'm paying good. So, you kind of assume at that point that Smoker's going to be in pursuit. Smoker, not the type of person to pass the buck off to somebody else.
Right.
And is more than willing to defy orders to chase down his goal. So my assumption is that this is potentially Smoker's crew. Now, the only reason this might not be true is because the Marines we do see are not the ragtag bunch of pirate-looking Marines that we saw on Punk Hazard.
They're like normal-looking Marines.
They are normal-looking Marines. So
also, side note about the Marines.
Go on.
When the fairies strip them down and you just see the jiggle of one of their guts.
Yeah.
I'm like, my dude, you're in the Navy. Aren't you? Like, we've seen your training camp. Don't they like make you guys like go ham? How are you?
I would agree. I in the sense that you're a military force or a force of authority should generally be in shape, but it's the same. It's the police officer thing. It's the same thing. You get fat police officers that can't run 100 feet without getting gassed. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
100's generous.
100 might be generous. It's the same thing. You're going to end up with fat Marines who do nothing but eat donuts and
Paperwork.
And paperwork. Well, they don't do paperwork. Those guys don't do paperwork. They just eat and do nothing, more or less.
True.
Yeah. That part doesn't surprise me. I just think it's funny that they gave us the whole close up though. Like
the jiggle effects.
They actually spent
the jiggle
5 seconds to give us jiggle physics on this tubby marine. That part is chuckle worthy. But yeah. So the Marines are here. So I want to believe it's Smoker, but there's potential for it to not be because of the types of Marines we see. But they could have picked up. I'm going to hold out hope. They could have picked up more Marines somewhere.
Part of me thinks it's what's that guy? The Gravity Samurai dude, blind guy.
Yeah.
Part of me feels like it's his boat.
Yeah.
Because like he was kind of just there vibing secretly.
Well, he was vibing there secretly, and then they also mention that they're going to go to Greenbit.
So it's probably his ship.
It is likely his ship, but I'm still gonna hold out hope that it's Smoker. Now this is a case of two plot lines that haven't intersected or are about to intersect, because Law doesn't know that Isho is here, and Isho probably doesn't know that Law is here. They're just going Greenbit because Greenbit is allegedly where the factory is, I think. So that's kind of probably part of Law's other.
I don't think it is actually.
Well, okay, why not?
I don't think it is because of why would you? One, most of the people on the island don't go to Greenbit because it's sharks. But the other part of me is like there's too many conflicting things where it's like the fairies live there clearly and they hate Doflamingo, and so why would they allow him to have a factory there?
Who said anything about allow? Who said anything about allow? Doflamingo could be forcing them to work there. They could be the Oompa Loompas of that factory.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Although I think the Oompa Loompas are technically on better associations with Willy Wonka than that, but they are the mini people to the factory making fruit instead of candy, so I'm going to refer to them henceforth as Oompa Loompas.
Don't say that, because then we're going to see fucking Wapple.
Wait, what? What?
The factory fruit, the Munch fruit.
I mean, yeah, he can turn himself into a factory, but we established that we're looking for a factory. Do you think the Wapple is the factory?
That's what I'm saying, because we know he makes toys.
I mean, but we're talking about manufacturing devil fruits here, not toys. Are you saying
we're on a land where toys are people?
I guess
this is getting scary.
We're about to get Wapple back into the story. Oh God, please no. So like the association here would be like they made Wapple made a factory also on Greenbit, and he pumps out the toys.
Maybe, but
since maybe not Greenbit.
I think he's just in Dressrosa making toys.
I think it's still on Greenbit. Maybe it'd be too early to be getting to it.
The signs all point to it, but part of me has a feeling that it's not, because Rollerblade Dude knows where it is. I don't know. There's a whole lot of, because like Greenbit would make the most sense. It's the most, it's heavily defended naturally by giant fish that can also be eaten by fairies. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot going on, and so it's like I don't necessarily like. I want to agree with you that it's on Greenbit, but part of me has a gut feeling that's like, I don't know, under the Coliseum or something.
Yeah, so what you're saying is because all the signs point to Greenbit, it's definitely not on Greenbit.
Exactly. I think Greenbit is a red herring.
That's fair. I can see that. That's kind of how I thought last week in the Coliseum, where also the guy was like, yeah, all these guys are the prospects for winning this Block B fight. And I was like, oh, well, since he's pointing them all out, surely somebody else is going to come and Dark Horse win the Block B. And then it doesn't end up being the case, but I was wrong about that one. But maybe you're not wrong about this one.
I was surprised at how quickly Bellamy got dunked on, especially after watching his signature move that he stole from Robin, because clearly Robin's been giving him classes.
Oh, the back snap that he did. Not only did he do that, but he nailed them to the ground first. He threw something into their feet, nailing them to the ground. Them in the feet. Yeah. With it was like daggers or something. And then he just bent them over backwards by their jaws too, right? Wasn't it? Didn't he grab them
by the top of their mouth? Yeah, the roof of their mouth.
Yeah,
and he just either he dislocated their neck or he unhinged their jaws and made them snake people.
Yeah, vicious. Did you at any point believe Bellamy was winning that fight though?
I weirdly, part of me had a little bit of hope, but because of Bart, because of Bart Simpson, I was sussing it because I was like, this is too much of a bit for him not to win. Like it's too apparent. I had hopes that Bellamy was gonna like last longer, but it wasn't bad in my opinion. So
actually, this is a semi decent segue to a question I wanted to ask you also, because we get that small scene in these episodes where Luffy,
the Samurai Knight,
Samurai Knight,
the one with that was like fighting like it was using a katana, but it was blunt, and how that's totally not the guy that everyone keeps forgetting about for 20 years.
You've lost me. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's a gladiator in the B block.
Ricky, the one that is masked and then he gets defeated.
Yeah, I think that was the original, like, what's it called? The statue of the guy that everyone forgets who it is.
I see what you're saying.
Part of me wonders if he has a devil fruit of the forget fruit or something like that.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I'm just making shit up as I go.
That's interesting though.
But like, because they even said, "Oh, who's this guy? Who's Ricky?" I don't know who Ricky is.
Yeah, but
and they also seemingly forgot about what was
Heroes.
What was his name?
I think his name was.
Yeah, that guy. They forgot about him. So this is just old man Heroes. I'm thinking
that's interesting.
And that's my
I didn't think of that
conspiracy theory.
But
what was the question you were trying to ask me about?
Well, I was going to say that I wanted to know your thoughts on Luffy being in Bellamy's corner during these fights, because I thought it was weird that he was suddenly so on board with Bellamy winning that fight after everything that Bellamy did in Jaya to him and the crew.
But we don't know what he did in Jaya. That's the other thing.
Well, we do.
Is it confirmed that Big Knife is dead, though?
Well, we don't. It doesn't confirm anything about Big Knife. Big Knife is surely alive.
But he said he lost all his crew on the way to Jaya.
Well, I mean, lost doesn't mean dead. It means he got lost. Could just mean separated.
True. So there's a chance for Big Knife.
There is always a chance for Big Knife. No, I mean, we saw the kind of, not hell necessarily, because it wasn't like ultimately that bad, but all of the shit that Bellamy did to them and said to them while they were on Jaya, and then Luffy has to put him down, and that's when we get that scene back then where Doflamingo controls Big Knife to stab the shit out of Bellamy or whatever. Right. I find it weird that Luffy is just suddenly pro Bellamy when they have that meeting last week's episodes, the ones that you watched this week, and then he goes to the injured area and sees Bellamy being carted out on a stretcher, and he's kind of concerned for Bellamy, and Bellamy notices. He's like, "Why'd you cheer for me?" We don't ultimately get an answer for that because of other things that happen, but actually things don't even happen.
My logic for it, why Luffy cheered for him, is because during the battle, watching Bellamy go around, like we hear that he has a goal, right? And Luffy's always been supportive of people's goals, whatever they are, right? Like that's been consistent. So like I feel like even though he's not necessarily friend, he's like, hey, shoot for your dreams, shoot for, like that's why Luffy cheered him on, because he's like, hey, I know that guy. Hey, I want, the best for most people, I think is what he wants everyone to achieve their dreams, which is why he cheered. That's how I interpreted it.
Right. That's fair.
And so that's why Luffy cheered. And that's why Bellamy's like, you're not just, I'm surprised you're not just a dick like normal pirates, because I was a dick like normal pirates. You cheered me on, even though you really shouldn't have.
That's fair.
That's my logic for why he did that.
Yeah, that's more or less what Justin tried to convince me of last week as well. I just don't know that I fall in line with that. Maybe I'm just more of a spiteful person than I thought.
It was a little weird, but at the same time, it's like it's like watching another. I guess the best comparison I could think of is like watching. I'm going to use sports analogy, even though I don't know sports.
All right.
So, like the best comparison I can think of is, so here in Michigan, we hate Ohio State. We hate this whole state of Ohio, right? So whenever we're watching,
just going to outright dox yourself, huh?
I've already done it. Like
I mean, on the Discord, maybe, but
in general, I've said it many times. I live in Michigan. Surprise. I live in a Minton. Anyways, what's it called? A lot of people hate Ohio State as a team. Like they're like the university. So whenever Michigan fans are watching, watching sports or something like that, and Ohio State is versing, let's say, a lesser evil that we hate, because again, Ohio, top evil in our opinion. Right. So whenever they're it's like the enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing, except for they're not friend. They just kick the shit out of my real enemy.
Yes.
It's like that scenario, I would assume, where it's like, I don't like that other team, but I sure as hell don't like Ohio. Right.
I follow.
That's my logic of this scenario.
All right.
He's also bored watching
Good to know.
people fight that he has no idea who they are.
Well, Luffy just also likes watching good fighting as well. And he got plenty of that during this. And he's going to get more of it in his own block fight as well.
I want to see what the bull does.
I can't wait to see what this fucking bull is about, dude.
He's going to be friends with the bull. I can already see it. Oh,
absolutely. He's going to ride the bull at some point for sure. And the bull's going to let him. I don't know what Luffy's going to do. I don't know if Luffy's going to beat the bull into submission and then ride him around, or they're just going to like become friends at some point. But at some point,
or use hockey on the bull to like make him like, no, like, hey, we friends now.
I hope he doesn't use Conqueror's hockey on the bull. That feels kind of like cheating. I hope
Bellamy's been cheating the whole time. He was using hockey the whole time.
No, I don't mean like hockey is cheating in general. I just mean Conqueror's hockey on the bull is cheating in terms of making him a friend. I want him to go through making the bull a friend. I want him to earn it. I want him to earn it by like getting on the bull's good. Like the bull's having a hard time with a couple of other contestants,
respect.
And then Luffy swings in, beats the shit out of all of them in one punch, and the bull like gives him a hoof thumbs up and a wink and goes like, hey, get on. He gives him a snort that means get on, and he knocks his head like he nods his head back, like and Luffy hops on, and then he's a bull rider, and they just bulldoze half the competition or something like that. God, that'd be so fucking good. That'd be so good.
Now I want us to like look out, like step back for a second and look at ourselves and just admit what we just said sounds ridiculous from someone who doesn't watch One Piece.
100%.
This is a hype moment. Luffy's gonna ride a bull.
This is an anime moment of all time for sure.
Oh yeah. This is probably, I feel like this will go down in like someone's like top 10 One Piece moments.
Shit, it might be us.
Luffy rides
if
a bull.
It plays out like that, then it might be me. I might be that guy.
This would be like Jordy saying like, Devin, that bull's gonna make you cry.
Oh no. See, like, that I would believe.
It's sprinkled in everywhere. It's gonna happen. I feel if we're wrong about this, we should riot.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to go back to hating the show at that point.
I might. I just might, and that's what scares me. like the fact that this like one little thing could like set me back onto the correct path, as I like to phrase it.
Right. We'll put you back on the good timeline.
Exactly. I'm in the bad timeline, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what happens with that block fight. I wonder if we'll get it in the next set of episodes at all.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I have a feeling we will, just because of how the episodes seem to be playing out.
One last question.
Like, we're still running into that same formula with like we have our Sanji dedicated episode, we have our these people dedicated episode kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like how they did on Thriller Bark. We're following that formula again, but it's not as miserable, as I like to phrase it, because interesting stuff's happening.
Yeah. For now, one last question. So we get Bartolomeo's reaction to hearing the Straw Hat Luffy name at the end. Do you think Bartolomeo also has some kind of grudge against Straw Hat Luffy? Or do we think maybe this could go the opposite direction and he could be like a super fan? He could be super fan of Straw Hat Luffy for going against the government, because that's what I think.
He does have punk vibes. He does like old 90s punk vibes. So I think that is the case.
Yeah.
Like part of me is like, it might be enemy, but we have to have the duality of man, because we have one guy who is the beauty aspect who hates Luffy's guts, it would only be fitting if the funkiest looking dude loved him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I agree. I think that
like idolizing him, that'll be fucking amazing.
They frame it at the end where he's really angry that Straw Hat is there. But I think Bartolomeo is a Straw Hat Luffy super fan for being so anti-system. Yes, exactly. And so he's gonna run over and
Rage Against the Machines plays.
You hear Lonely Island in the background. I'm not a part of this system.
I threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
I pissed in a
so
lake.
I'm excited for that interaction specifically.
I don't know what it is about this tournament arc. I don't know if it's just the hype of tournament arcs that's just getting to me. But like this one is just I'm on my I was literally like excited. I was genuinely excited to see what was happening next when it came to the tournament.
I agree. I want to know what happens in this block. But shifting gears to the other kind of major focus of these episodes with Sanji and Violet.
The soap
opera, as you would like to put it. We see Sanji finally roll up to the warehouse where Violet says there's this guy that she wants him to kill. She tries one last time to get him to not, but of course Sanji is definitely going to go in there and beat some ass, and so he does.
Again, this is hardcore soap opera
absolutely.
Energy.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And it works.
It's laid on that. Well, okay, it works on you. Worked a little less on me. I think it's funny how much it mirrored a soap opera. But I don't like soap operas. So
But that's the thing. I don't either. But because it's like a parody of it, if that makes sense.
No,
like, that's why
is.
It's like it's a satire of them in itself. That's why I enjoy it. Because I don't think it is like, I don't think it's actually trying to treat itself like, I don't think it's meant to be taken seriously. I see this as like, this is a spoof on soap operas.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So that's why I'm enjoying it, because I see that it's satire.
So we roll up and it becomes known that Violet was working for the Doflamingo Don Quixote family the entire time. She is some assassin with a devil fruit that I think is very interesting.
That is so funny.
Until she makes whales with her tears and they become iron. So,
well, they're molten glass. No, they're not iron. I think they're molten glass.
I mean, yes, but then they turn steel colored.
As hard as iron.
They turn steel colored. So I don't know if that's just supposed to be a representation of how strong they are, or they're hockey reinforced. I don't fucking know.
I think they're hockey reinforced because every single time they do hockey lately with like reinforcement, you know what I mean? Like
I guess
they made it iron look.
They make it looks more black though, right? Like it's been a minute since we kind of saw it, but I'm pretty sure they make it more black looking rather than that like lighter gray. Anyway, I'm gonna roll it back just quickly. She has the glare fruit, which allows her to see through anything, as she describes it. And this is not only limited to physical things, but she can also see through lies, as she says, and then she can see through which I guess makes sense in like a phrasing terminology, but then she can also look around at all of the other soldiers that are under her command and just see their deepest, darkest desires. So not only can she see through them physically, she can also kind of see through them mentally. I guess is the what.
Well, haven't you heard the phrasing, the phrase "real eyes, real lies, real lies"?
I have. It did not cross my mind, but I guess if you wanted to use that for Justin, I'm really glad Justin's not on this episode, because that would have absolutely been.
Oh, he would have been making this miserable to hear that, like the hype of explanation. I just used a simple little. I don't know what that term was. Is that like a poem? I don't know.
A phrase.
Yeah, a phrase. That again, that was the only justification for how this ability works. I don't get it, but at the same time, I'm with it just because soap opera. I'm blinded by the satire soap opera for the justification.
Right.
And it's just like thematically, I guess it fits. I don't know why it does. Like, I don't know if it's just like my perspective of Latin culture. Like, they got piercing eyes, in my opinion. Like, when you see angry, like whenever Modern Family, like what's her name?
Gloria. That's her name in the show, I think.
Like they stare daggers. Like, I just feel like that's like a all Latin women thing. Like, they have that super ability to glare
that's like part of the joke we've also got on the island already anyway, with all of the women, if they're spited out of love, they're gonna stab a hoe or stab a man rather. So
same thing, stab a hoe.
Yeah,
men could be hoes.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. So they're more than willing to stab a hoe out of spite, or in the case they've been spited. So they're definitely down for that. And I guess that falls in line with the glaring eyes of truth that she had. I liked the part.
I thought it was funny. So
no, go on.
So I mentioned earlier about glasses.
Oh, okay. So we're thinking of the same thing right now then.
The finger glasses.
Yeah, okay. So yeah.
That was so funny.
Yeah, my favorite part was when she does like the monocle originally, and then she says something and all of her goons go, oh, she's gonna strike the pose, and then she does
this is what it looks like to go beyond.
This is further beyond
your bullshit.
She said she had to whip out the readers on this bitch.
Like, when she first does it, like, she's like, just says like the classic, like, you know, look through the finger, you know, like that. And I was like, oh, if she just did that would have been fine. But the fact that they had to go through the whole, like, flip your hands upside down to make the classic, like, elementary school glasses. Oh, I don't know what it was. That just hit me so good in the sides.
Hit you in the nostalgia.
It hit me in the nostalgia of just like, yes, like, this is too funny. Like, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. I wrote it down. I thought it was so funny. Oh, but to take one step back, you gotta admit, when Sanji kicks the door down and like beats the shit out of people and then at the end catches his cigarette, that was smooth as fuck.
It was. I loved it.
It feels weird giving Sanji praise, seeing how we both wanted him dead.
Well, you know, at this point, you just got to find reasons since he's sticking around, you got to find reasons to be able to like him now. Find a reason to want him to stick around.
Now, Sanji keeps up this energy throughout the rest of the show. You know what I mean? Like, with the soap opera-esque aspect of it, I feel like I could continue to like him.
Wow.
But seeing how things tend to go, I have a feeling it's not going to go that way.
Yeah. Well, it definitely, even in these episodes, had a potential to go south pretty quickly as Violet looks into his brain, into his soul to see what he's thinking.
A skeleton, which was really weird.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of funny because when she looks around at all of her other goons, she sees immediately their innermost desires. But then when she looks at Sanji, the first things that she looks through is just his clothes. She catches a look at his muscular chest first, and then only then do we move to his head, where we go through, and for some reason, we get a skull image, and then we move into his thoughts. And this minorly confuses me because we shift through a bunch of memories of Law and scenes with Law in it, because she's specifically looking for what the Straw Hats' plan is, even though it also seems like they already know what the Straw Hat plan is. Anyway, she looks through, and then only then she gets through a couple of those and happens upon Sanji's naughty thoughts
drive, his smut drive,
his
70 terabytes of naughty thoughts.
Yeah, and that's what drives her out of him, because she stumbles backwards and she goes, I've never seen such vibrant pink in anyone ever before. This man is next level perverted.
This is what it looks like to go beyond perversion.
And so, like, the confusing part to me was just like, did she get the information she wanted? Did she not? I guess it doesn't matter because she switched sides anyway now, so who cares?
My explanation is this, is that during the planning phase, Sanji wasn't actually listening, and he was focusing on Robin and Nami, because he has been on an island with, what's it called, cross-dressers for so long that it just sent his brain into overdrive, and also he's still like riding that high of the mermaids.
All right, I can't get behind you on this one. We've already went through the whole like rehabilitation phase with this guy, and also the other thing is he's
relapsing. Let him relapse.
Sanji is usually one of the 3 people that does pay attention to plans when they're made anyway. So I just can't get behind you on this theory.
This leads back to my dum-dum radiation fruit.
Yeah, but we have
leaking.
We have no other.
The dum-dum what's it called? The dum-dum fruit's reactor is going into meltdown right now.
Oh no. We can't contain
it's
it.
Leaking everywhere. It's contaminating the water. It's contaminating the drinking water. It's contaminating the food. It's getting everyone. I'm just saying. Dum-dum fruit is real.
No, I can't do it. Can't get behind you on this one. You're alone. But yeah, I mean that's really the end of it. Eventually, Sanji convinces her with his overwhelming chivalrous nature.
I think it's more passion than chivalry.
Passion, and he just says, well, "I believe you," is more or less what it comes down to. He's like, "I think you're a good person. I don't think you're up to this," and that's enough to. He has that line. I think it goes. I didn't write it down. Like something along to the effect of, "I believe women's tears," and that really shakes her to her core. And then she wail tears on her other goons, and I'm like, excuse me, what is this?
I'm not gonna lie though, the whale thing kind of looked kind of cool.
I mean,
like when she was
cool.
like cutting them off.
I just don't understand how it relates to her fruit at all.
I see, I understand, but at the same time, I've also suspended my disbelief for a long time.
Right. I mean, I shouldn't be angry at this point, given what we went through with the pawpaw fruit, but here we are.
Exactly. Like, once pawpaw happened, it just hands up,
just do whatever the fuck they want now. Who cares?
Exactly. Like I feel like the only tie to it is just because it's connected to her eyeballs.
That's what it sounds like to me.
And he's taking a very loose interpretation. We're going to see a lot more. Like, what the fuck is the barrier fruit? Like, how does it work? I don't know. It just wall.
I mean, the barrier fruit is cool and also OP as shit, apparently.
Well, yeah, he's got fucking infinite health and he's hacking clearly.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with the barrier fruit. But that's it. I think we've pretty much, unless you have something else to bring up here, we've pretty much worked our way through all of the...
I don't know if it was covered last week or if it was in this week's episodes, but the blue fairy.
Oh, that was this week. Yeah.
I loved her. I love her.
She's pretty adorable.
She's heckin' cute.
And strong
just like
as
the
fuck.
fact that she's like, right? Like, he's like, stop causing property damage, says the man who causes property damage.
Yeah. But she's kind of doing it without thinking. I guess Zoro does it without thinking also. She's throwing a tantrum in the middle of the street here and just crunching all the stones into dust.
But like the funniest, it's also like the dumbest but funniest explanation for why they're traveling together. Because we get that slip of like, they're running together and we'd have no explanation of why. Then it cuts to why they're traveling together, and it's because she strained or sprained her ankle while trying to run away. I'm sorry. Just that slow motion of the foot landing, all of a sudden the crack noise. That just that was just too funny. Oh, but other than that, I don't think there's anything else really to talk about.
Yeah, I guess the only, because I just reminded myself of it, is the brief scene that we get of Rebecca looking out the window and Frankie and the little toy soldier happen to run by, and we get that one was brief glimpse of what could have been her childhood, I guess, with the toy soldier.
Yeah, and I'm trying to process like the Sundar energy from the toy soldier and does she want to live with him, like, because she like loves him and wants to make little toy babies with him, or like does she want to live with him because she wants to relive?
I was thinking a little more wholesome.
It's
like her childhood
is
toy.
this more wholesome? Like, where is this going?
Yeah,
I have more questions than I do like any other feelings.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning towards the more wholesome side where it's her childhood toy. You get that little flash of her as a child and the outline of the toy soldier. So I'm kind of leaning on that, and he feels more like he's giving off wise old man energy when he tells her that tournament winning people don't cry and all that. So
yeah, the tough love
aspect. Yeah. So she wipes her tears and goes about being a strong, independent gladiator woman who don't need no armor.
Who don't need no clothes.
She don't need no clothes.
She's spec'd into barbarian.
Clearly, she has unarmored defense. That's true.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I wonder if she has danger sense.
Remains yet to be seen. We'll have to investigate when Block D does their fight.
Isn't she in... Yeah, she's in Block D,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, she's not fighting with Luffy. She's in the next fight. The next fight.
I couldn't remember. Is the flower guy also in Block D, or...
The flower guy?
The beautiful one. The one with the rose and hates Luffy.
I believe he's in Block C with Luffy.
Oh,
but I could
okay.
be wrong. I lost my screenshot that I took of the the poster that he was standing in front of.
I'm also. Have you seen a Panda Man? I haven't seen one. Of all the places to see one, I'm surprised we haven't seen one yet.
Oh, you poor miserable soul!
Did I miss one?
You totally missed
him?
one last week.
Because I was looking. For
Clearly
him.
not hard enough.
It do be like that. Where was he?
He was in the crowd of people when Bartolomeo threw the fake or the ball that people thought was a bomb, and people were beginning to take cover. He was one of the people taking cover.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah. And that means that we're probably not going to see him for another long while again.
We might see him again in the tournament arc still.
It's possible. This whole time on Dressrosa has just been crowds and crowds of extras. So I've been
a lot of
making
unique ones too.
Well, yeah, because I keep having to throw these toys in there. Like, it's a lot harder to copy paste the toys than it is with people. So, but yeah, the whole time I was maybe not the whole time necessarily, but I've been trying to keep an eye out for the crowds to be able to see him. And this one turned out to be not terribly difficult, but seeing as you missed it, it was just difficult enough for...
I also don't have good eyes.
Right. Might have to get you a pair of Violet's glare fruit eyes.
Bet. Them glasses be on fleek. I already got my Doflamingo glasses.
Oh, that's true. Just turn those into prescriptions.
My girlfriend would kill me.
Out of jealousy.
No, I rocked them on Friday and she was there and she was like seething.
Oh no.
While everyone else be miring.
Yeah, sounds like jealousy to me. I think you're in the middle of a soap opera. You just don't realize it yet.
Violetta.
All right, that's it. We're done. Next week is going to be episodes 642 to 644. Devin, do you have any quotes?
No. Again, I had a lot to binge through, so I just didn't mentally think to, put anything in my brain.
So I have two quotes then. The first of which comes from the little toy soldier when they're running away from the window that they saw Rebecca in. I'm just a toy, but I have something that I want to protect, but I can't even shed tears from these tin eyes. And I'm, in reading that quote, I'm realizing how many instances of eye-based imagery we're getting. And I'm worried. Is someone going to lose
someone's
their eyes?
Going to lose their... Well, one person already doesn't possibly... Oh, maybe we're going to see what's under Zoro's eye.
I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure even people who are current on One Piece don't know what's wrong with Zoro's eye. Maybe we'll find out what happened to Isho's eyes, why he's blind.
Maybe he's not actually blind.
Maybe. Well...
And he's just a dirty, dirty hockey cheater.
Well, I mean, that's like... he's just Daredevil. you can hear, or he does the echolocation.
Still cheating.
Right. Well, the cheating is specifically hockey based. I can only assume is the truth there, no matter what Justin will spout about it. But the other quote I have, we basically already covered. It was Robin's look of disgust as the other.
Is it really even a quote?
Well,
it's
the quote was, Usopp, what did he tell them? As she looks on in disgust as all the fairies run over to where he is. That's my quote. But now that we got quotes out of the way, we've got to move on to Golden Ham.
Ooh.
And I think in a way our Golden Ham picks, or what I imagine over the course of this has become your Golden Ham pick, have aligned just for different reasons. I didn't feel like there were many strong contenders for Golden Ham this week, but when I sat down and thought about it more, I came down to what our old default of Golden Ham used to be, which was like who accomplished the most in this episode. And so I came up with Sanji because not only does he badass take down a bunch of goons and then catch the cigarette again, but he also gets a bunch of useful intel from swooning Violet.
I'm gonna have to agree.
And I imagine your reasoning is because soap opera energy.
Yes.
So we've arrived at the same conclusion just by two very different paths.
That is exactly the case.
So Sanji,
the soap opera energy just be hitting hard.
Yeah. Time will tell if I can also get on the soap opera train, but I don't think we'll be getting much more soap opera energy.
I think that now that I pointed out that if you take it as satire versus taking it seriously, it might sway you.
We'll see
in your future watching, but we'll see. We will see.
We may be done yet with Violet. Who knows? Because Sanji's got more important things to do, like go protect his crew potentially. But does he drag Violet along? And does she fight with them? I think he's going to
drag Violet along.
It's very possible. He may not want to leave her there. She has already turned on her men, so maybe she would be smart enough to run, but Sanji may also still want to protect.
What if she becomes friend forever?
Well, I don't think that'll be the case. She might be friend for the arc, but not forever. She'll stay on Dressrosa or go her own way at some point, but she might help them out until Doflamingo shows up, and then she'll be like, oh, right, he's holding my entire family for ransom. I gotta fight for him, or something like that.
Right.
So, moving on from that very easy Golden Ham pick to fan mail. There is no fan mail. Me and Devin,
we don't look at those.
We don't step foot in the email chain for fear of spoilers. So, without a Justin here to deliver unto us a fan mail, there is no fan mail. Gomen Nasai. Patreon shoutouts. We have Twigo and Easy Life once more, back at it again for another month. Our heroes, our legends, Twigo and Easy Life. Give them a round of applause. A little bit of golf claps. And from there, we move on to the Garb Gab of the week. I picked it out last week.
Tap my desk.
So Devin, you're gonna reach your hand in this time.
Oh, is this velvet?
It is.
Oh,
it's crushed velvet.
This is nice.
Yeah, we splurged this week.
Ow! Is that okay? That was a rose. Okay. It says haiku.
Yeah. Okay. We can do haikus. It's been a minute since we've done some haiku action.
Well, okay. Good thing I wrote this down earlier because the passion of the soap opera got me, feeling a thing. So I wrote my haiku already. Good. Eyes that pierce your soul, revealing fiery passion, mind finger glasses.
That's pretty good.
Now it makes sense why I said, starts off nice and then ends as a trash can.
Well,
right?
It's thematic. It works. But okay, so I will read mine now. Mine, maybe in a very similar boat to yours by your metric. To be wrapped in bliss. Oh, to be a fighting fish. Please spank me, Robin.
I forgot she does smack the fish out of the air.
She does smack a fish out of the air with a move she calls spank.
I love it.
Me too.
God. Oh, Robin in these episodes. Oh my God. Just crush me.
I cannot tell you how much I agree, brother.
Oh, and there's no one to tell us otherwise.
Nope. We can live here in our hopes and dreams. But yeah, this is the time where you do the thing now.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you want to financially support us, you can go on the link below and go into our Redbubble, where we have a lovely little stickers that we sell. And we also have a Patreon in there as well. I think it was Redbubble, right? That was the...
Indeed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because
No, you got it.
No, I ain't got this shit written down. And obligatory. Fuck.
All right, you heard it.
Tristanio, your eyes pierce me.
Oh, Devon, you've come to
We
me.
shall go out of this podcast in a beautiful manner. But I have to tell you first.
What?
I am your friend.
Well, I mean, I feel like I already knew that. I feel like we've been friends for a while. This isn't like exactly a revelation here. Normally in soap operas, there's some weird...
But I am also to be continued.
What?
No! Not the cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger.
I guess I'll just stand here for a week and wait in my spot. That's how filming works, right? They just stand there on the set for a whole week until the next part airs.
Yeah, we don't actually go home. It's like teachers, you know.
It's been
they live at the
72
school.
weeks. I haven't seen my family.
God damn, what does that say for shows that have been canceled? Do they just live
they
there
just live
eternally?
there forever on that set? Oh God, it's terrifying
Jesus.
notion. All right, bye.
Bye.